Hi everyone, this is Chef Katrina and welcome again to the Monday Night Social Media webinar. Thank you again for joining me here tonight. Kind of had a couple of people ask some questions that I felt that this would be a great opportunity to kind of cover some of this information. So here's where we're going to start. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Hopefully you've got all the audio and everything's good and you can hear me just fine. So I do like connecting by phone also as much as I do like on the web. So feel free to jump right in, okay? So one of the questions that everyone kind of asks me is I'm helping a friend of mine build her webinar or her website. And I told her that, I'm not a really big fan of WordPress.com, but I do like WordPress. And she's like, well, how do I stay away from WordPress and getting shut down if you're telling me to use WordPress? And I realized I may have caused a bit of confusion. And knowing how I hate to cause confusion, I decided to do a little research for you guys. So here's what it is. When you go to www.word, I haven't been on the site in a while, .com. I actually do have one here. This is WordPress.com. And what this is WordPress is an actual blogging platform. So this is a free platform that you can sign up right now and get started in writing your blog. I actually do have a blog on here, and I started it when I was first starting to learn about blogging. I was trying to figure out where to start, what to do. I wasn't 100% sure about really building my own site because, I didn't know a lot. I had no clue how to build a website. I didn't know how to put together a page. I didn't have that kind of technical knowledge. I mean, where was I going to learn to do that? And I wanted a learning curve, and I really didn't have a mentor at the time when I first started. So I kind of dabbled in WordPress.com. So playing around in here, I don't even remember my my theme in here, but I know I have a page in here somewhere. But started playing around in this. You can sign up and get a new blog like right now, and basically put in your email address, your username, password, your blog address. So this would be whatever your website is, .wordpress.com, and this would be the free one. It looks like they've got a couple of, you could do a .com, you can do a me, you can do an org. So I guess they do have some stuff going on right now for that one. But if you just do a WordPress, my site.wordpress.com, it is free. Something that you can do. So they do have some terms and agreements in here. I don't even know if I can remember. Yeah, I honestly don't remember my information. So this would not be good for me to log in. But this is WordPress.com. It's a great platform. You can still pick your own themes. You can still do a lot of stuff. It's really cool. But what I like to do, actually, yeah. And everyone goes, well, you use I talk about how you should use WordPress when you build your blog, and the reason being is I like www.wordpress.org. And so the .org is a completely different type of WordPress. This WordPress is really more about getting themes, uploading them into your website, and really building your blog from scratch, having more control over it, being able to do what you need to do to make it successful. You can have everything from themes, commercial contracts, different types of themes out there. I mean, there are 1,600 themes currently on here, and you can choose any one of them you want. Just kind of go through holiday one, page lines, news, responsive. I mean, there's quite a bit in here. You can download it, and then basically what you would do is you would take these themes that you've downloaded and then insert them into your physical site like I've done for you guys. And I show you how to do this. I know some of you guys have seen this. And I show you exactly how to do this step by step and inserting a theme into your blog when you join up for my 7-day social media income transformation, where I basically show you step by step how to build your blog, why you're going to build it, how to benefit from it, what kind of information you want on there, and really what you're trying to project and portray as you go through here. So that's one of the things I really like to do. It just kind of highlights my fans and shows them what's kind of going on. So WordPress is just the version of all the, I guess I call this is like buying an outfit, and then WordPress.org is like accessorizing. We've got tons of plugins on here also. You've got a Tumblr, you've got a BB Press, maybe a BlackBerry, theme check, you can do mobile, contact forms. You guys all know that I'm a huge fan of definitely Google Sitemaps XML. This is a great way to get your site searched by Google. Helps with your rankings and your SEO. So different things like that. That's one of the things. You can pick your social media buttons in here, and I show you again a lot of this stuff when you get into WordPress. But really, which is interesting, is that this is a WordPress blog. I actually do use WordPress as the basis for building everything in this blog together. So that is why I'm a fan of WordPress, because it's such an easy system to use. You upload it into your computer, and I think I just have, yeah, I'm using JustHost right now, which is for me, I think one of the better sites to use. I love this site for JustHost. I'll attach the link for you guys also. But once you have your domain name, once you get your host site, you can actually, it says right here, it says install WordPress for free. So once you install this in, you then go to WordPress.org, and you have the ability to basically accessorize your blog. You can change it, you can add sliders, you can add share buttons, you can increase your SEO, you can have, you know, there's plugins for tweeting your old posts. There's, you know, if people comment, they can actually have links back to their own blog on there. I mean, there's just so many really cool things when you start using WordPress.org to accessorize your blog. It just gets really, really amazing. As much as I like WordPress.com, I feel like this is a starting ground. But if you go back into, you know, some of the terms of service in here, that if you're into network marketing or anything else like that, you're actually kind of banned from this site. They will actually shut down your site if you're trying to share anything. You know, contents must ban, or, you know, can't contain any worms or Trojan. You can't do any advertising on here, so your blog is not getting any advertisement or electronic messages such as spam, newscript, or whatever. It can be misleading. You can't be submitting content for automatic or inclusion for your website. There's a lot of just restrictions when you get into here. You may not use replicate sites or automatic services. There's just, you know, as you go through here, you'll see, and I've actually had to plead my case to get this undone, because I did make mistakes when I first got in here, and when you did that, you know, it's hard to get back on again, especially if you've built a good following on here. You know, and they can shut down your account, like it says here. It says, you know, at any time, with or without cause, without notice. So how would you like to have all this traffic put up, and all of a sudden you're just shut down? You're completely wiped out. You've locked out. All your content is unavailable to you. You can't access anything. You know, and then you have to basically start all over again. So having had these complications and these mishaps really made me a little leery about using any type of blogging platform such as WordPress.com. And I know another one out there is, let's see, there's www.blogger, which is another one. Again, same restrictions as everything else. You know, you can put stuff up here. I mean, I have an account. I wouldn't say I really use it, just because, again, there's so many restrictions that I have. I can't do any advertising. They can shut me down without a word's notice. I don't know. I know some of you guys are looking at, I think it's Blogspot. Yeah, it's Blogger also, apparently. But this is where I struggle with. I just don't want the restrictions. I don't want somebody to have the ability just to shut me down for maybe an honest mistake, maybe not knowing the difference. And so having the ability to create your own blog or your own site where you control it, you can put out the content that you want, and you can you know, put in things like this. Like I know on my blog before, I couldn't really put in an autoresponder. I couldn't set it up so that if I created a, you know, a system or a training for you guys, I couldn't get you guys to sign up for it because it wasn't allowed in the system. So that was my frustration with having that. And I love to tweet stuff out, you guys. It's just, you guys are awesome, and you guys have been top members and contributors to my blog, and you guys share so much information. So this is still, I guess, you know, as I've talked before previous, I really do like this system right here. So that's just kind of what I feel like when I do this. So when I talk about WordPress.org and I talk about WordPress.com, they are two totally different entities. WordPress.org is really, like I said, it's adding the bells and whistles. There's tons of different things in here, but I go through when I have you guys sign up for this and I show you what my top ones are. I've also done previous webinars sharing with you some of my favorite ones. When you go on here and you do any type of blog training, if you click on this one, I do go through and share with you different ways to blog, different resources that I have, different things to add to your page, and so that you're successful. Because that's my ultimate goal, is that you take this knowledge and you start to really build a good following. You start having people that see you as a mentor and really help you grow your business also. So my success is in helping you become successful, and I think that's just kind of how I believe this should go, and paying it forward. So that is going to be the, you know, pretty much the topic that we're going to have today. I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'm trying to keep these short little webinars unless you have some questions. So thank you again, you guys, for joining me on this webinar. It's been a pleasure as always to kind of go over some of the details of kind of what is working for me and what I'm having success with, because I want you guys to have that same success, and I want to make sure that, you know, that is duplicatable, and that as, you know, part of my team, you're seeing the pros and cons of what's going on out there. So thank you again for joining me tonight. My name is Chef Katrina, and you've been here with me on Social Media Monday night webinars. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to tag me up on my Facebook page at Chef Katrina. It's www.facebook.com/chef.katrina. And you guys can ask me any questions you want. If you guys have a question that you'd like to see posed here on the Monday Night Webinars answered, feel free to ask those also, and I'll make sure we start making this a little more about you, and keeping you guys, you know, answering the questions that you guys are having. So if you're asking questions and you want to know some answers, post them on there from the Facebook, and let's get these answers, or these questions, answered. Alright, so thank you guys again for joining me. Again, follow me on my blog at thechefkatrina.com. I'm trying to give you guys as much good information as possible to be as successful as possible. So enjoy, have a great day, and I'll see you guys next Monday for another exciting Social Media Monday. Thanks guys for joining me. Talk to you soon. Bye.